there's one video of mine that I actively hope that you will see, it's this one. Right here, right now. Let's roll! So why is this video so important? Well, right now in the USA, we're having a major problem with the spread of sexually transmitted diseases and infections. And I don't want to scare you because sex is fun and amazing when it's approached responsibly, but I do want to keep you informed. STD and STI transmissions, some with no cure, are happening everywhere across every age, race, and sexual orientation every second of the day. Why? Well, lack of basic education and resources. Today, I'm going to give you both. You can get a sexually transmitted disease or infection through blood, breast milk, vaginal discharge, semen, or in the case of herpes, skin-to-skin contact, which means that the only way to stay 100% STD or STI free is to refrain from all sexual conduct, including oral and anal sex. However, while not foolproof, there are ways to keep yourself pretty damn safe. I'm gonna explain how right now. So, you want to have sex with someone. First thing you should do is talk to your partner. Part of being a responsible adult is discussing your sexual history together. Let it come up naturally. Then you're going to need to ask them to get tested. You could say, I really like this thing that we've got going together. What would you say if I asked you to go get tested with me? Or, one thing that's really, really important to me is my sexual health, and I get tested every few months. I was hoping that maybe you would get tested for me before we go any further. Try to keep it sensitive and keep it real. Remind them that this is about both of your health, not about you thinking that there's something wrong with them, but just that you want to stay safe. If you emphasize that, it will take some of the stigma off that people associate with getting tested, which, by the way, is like the dumbest thing ever. People should not be made to feel guilty about keeping themselves healthy. I'm just saying. Then get tested. Hit up your doctor or a local health clinic. Links in the description. Your test results will usually take about 2 weeks. This can be a good time to get more comfortable with each other sexually without actually having sex. Now, when you get results back, one of two things can happen. Now, if you are both negative, you're good to go for safe, sexy sex. But keep in mind, if either of you had a partner within the last 6 months, HIV can incubate and not show up on an STD test for up to 6 months, so you may want to still use condoms and get retested later. Now, if one or both of you has a positive result, don't worry. Most STDs and STIs are curable so long as you catch them early. Talk to your doctor about ways to safely engage with your partner considering your particular situation. Overall, with or without testing, condoms are a fundamental part of keeping yourself safe. This barrier prevents the transmissions of those infections and diseases. Always, always, always use a condom for oral, anal, and vaginal sex every single time. In the description, I've included things to say to a partner who doesn't want to use a condom. But let it be known that this kind of pressure is completely unacceptable and reflects a fundamental disrespect for both your boundaries and your health. For the prevention of STDs and not necessarily pregnancy, you can also use latex gloves for fingering and dental dams for oral sex to vagina or anus. You can get all of these supplies from the store or usually for free from your local health clinic. I like to imagine a world where we are all responsible, we are all educated, and we all have resources. A world where we can both enjoy our sexuality and watch infection rates come to a halt. But occasionally when I give this information to my students, I'll get somebody who says, but Lacey, that's so much work and it takes all the fun out of sex. To the first claim, I say yes. Taking care of yourself is a lot of work. Sex is a lot of work. Being responsible and being lazy don't go together. And to the claim that it's unsexy, you know what I think is unsexy? I think it's unsexy to give somebody a sexually transmitted infection or disease. As sexual actors, we make a decision about how to view safe sex. We can choose to scoff at it, or we can choose to utilize it and be thankful that we have the resources to engage in the behaviors that we want while keeping our risk low. To me, when I'm having sex with somebody, I think it's a total turn on to know that we're being safe. I can enjoy myself without having to worry that I'm going to contract something from them. That's because responsibility is sexy. I'm Lacey Green. Take care of yourself, y'all, and I'll see you next week. Except your mom. Oh.
What?